I'm Dr. Kevin Leahy. I'm an archaeologist. I work for the Portable Antiquities Scheme now, which is the department of the British Museum, which records archaeological finds made by members of the public, mainly, but not exclusively, metal detector users. So far we've recorded well over 1 million finds. It's been a very successful scheme. Before going to work for the British Museum and Portable Antiquities Scheme, I was the archaeologist at the North Lincolnshire Museum in Scunthorpe. I was there for 29 years and got to know my way around the archaeology of this area quite well. And of course, living in the Vale of Ancombe, I've got quite an interest in the area and I've seen a lot of material come out. During my 29 years at the North Lincs Museum, I was pretty busy with excavations and we dug some big holes. Working with the community, all of the excavations I've done have been community projects using volunteers to move the earth and do the digging. We excavated the Cleetham Anglo-Saxon Cemetery with over 1,200 urns. It's the third largest Anglo-Saxon cemetery in England and we dug it with volunteers. It went really well. Currently I'm writing up the Sawcliffe Anglo-Saxon cemeteries that I excavated in the 1990s. And then there was the Flixborough excavation, an incredibly rich Middle Saxon site that we excavated. That was done by a professional team from Hull, but a remarkable excavation. I left the North Lincolnshire Museum in 2007 and moved across to the Portable Antiquities Scheme, where I cover early medieval. I do the Anglo-Saxon and other material. I also do the bits and pieces that no one else wants, like flint, lithics, stone objects, and iron. So that's in my remit. Because I do early medieval, I was lucky that the Staffordshire Hoard, the great hoard of Anglo-Saxon treasure, came across my desk, and my wife and I were the people who prepared the first catalogue of the Staffordshire Hoard, which was a surreal experience. As archaeologists, we used to get in bags of bits of pottery and bone, but here it was bags of gold. It was quite incredible. The report is published on the Staffordshire Hoard. It's a remarkable find. I've always been involved in community archaeology. I've talked for university extramural departments, and I've talked for the WEA over the years, involving people in the heritage. We've carried out the excavations. We've also carried out community archaeology field walking, which has been really important. Walking across fields, picking up bits of pottery and flint, logging the positions of them to reveal past landscapes. And in a way, these test bits are moving on from that field walking. Instead of covering a whole field, we're looking at a single metre in incredible detail to see what we can get out of it. In a way, it augments what we got with the landscape studies, looking at a little patch to see what we can discover. Today we're going to have a look in this garden and see what we can find. We're going to put in a test pit and see what comes out of it. 1 metre square. We're very fortunate in this country to live in a land that's been occupied for so long. Everywhere turns up something interesting, generally not valuable, but interesting to show what happened in this garden over the centuries of occupation. It is fascinating that, you know, these days, well, before COVID, it was impossible to go anywhere in the world where people hadn't been before. You know, they said that the route up Everest was called the Kleenex Trail because it was covered in paper handkerchiefs that people had left behind. But, you know, you can't explore anything geographically, but it's possible to explore the past, which is sort of infinitely available in Britain. We've got, you know, such a rich past to explore in your own garden, which is quite incredible. Well, that's it. Test pit's dug, metre square, down to a depth of about just over 300 millimetres, about 1 foot deep. We've gone down, sieving as we went, check for archaeology. If you'd like to get involved in our big backyard dig, follow the link down below. It's something that's really fascinating, you know, a chance for you to explore your own past. It's quite incredible to take this trip back in time. Now, all we've got to do is backfill the hole and put the surf back. Good digging.
Join us on the Saturday the 3rd of July for our big back garden dig. For those who sign up, you'll get a training video talking you through the different stages of the dig and how to record your finds. Experts will be on hand throughout the day to answer questions that you may have, and the finds will be logged, processed and added to the Historic Environment record. So we'd love to ask the people from the Wilder Ancombe project area to join us to peer into the past through your back gardens.